Come here.
We are live. Welcome to another episode of the BCTL podcast. This is your host, Emil Fisher. Tonight's episode is a Gunther Shitshow. Gunther will be on shortly, hopefully, but for right now, I've got my close friend and grappling coach, Sean Doherty, who is just a delight. If you don't know who he is, you should. And Sean and I were talking off air about Lords of Chaos and white supremacy. So, Sean,
I don't know
Lords
what
of Chaos is a movie. It's a movie that came out about the band Chaos, or not Chaos. What the hell are they called? Mayhem. Mayhem. Have you heard of the band Mayhem?
I've heard of it, not familiar.
All right, so Mayhem was a band back in like the early 90s. There were a bunch of Norwegian black metal bands that burned down churches and shit. It was a whole Louisiana clusterfuck out there. And these bands, they were the ones that were like painting their face in fucking corpse paint and carrying on and just shenanigans. Just pure, unadulterated shenanigans. And this Lords of Chaos movie, which stars Macaulay Culkin's little brother, is about this band, and specifically you had Varg Vikernes, who killed Euronymous.
Is this on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a true story.
Yeah, okay, I saw. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, now I'm zeroed in. All right.
Yeah. So in the movie Lords of Chaos, they were making fun of Varg Vikernes a bit. Varg Vikernes is this other guy. I think he plays for a band called Burzum. He's a known white supremacist and is a convicted murderer and all that good shit. Seems like not the best person. And one of the things that they made fun of was the crossover between like the Viking shit and the Nazi shit. And they're like, "Are you a Viking? Are you a Nazi? What are you doing here?" That's the across the biscuit. So what do you think of white supremacists appropriating Nordic symbols?
I think that if it has nothing to do with your idealism, the symbols are ancient. And if it has nothing to do with your idealism, why use it? From what I'm understanding, they don't really coincide. Or do they? Maybe I'm ignorant.
Well, it's annoying. It's annoying because it ruins some of these symbols. Like now, when I see somebody with the Nordic rune tattooed on themselves, I automatically just, initially assume that they might be a piece of shit.
Right. Now, like I looked up some symbols, like, that circle, I had the name of it. I forget, but it's a wheel.
I know what you're talking about. I think,
but it's a good thing. It means to walk in wisdom's light, walk with a lighted path kind of thing. That's what it means. It's just it's like a traveler's good luck charm in a way.
Yeah.
It's a sigil. That's what they are. Like even the swastika, the Sanskrit of it and everything. Yeah, it's a cool symbol. I like the shape of the symbol. It's too fucking bad that, that is forever a hate symbol now.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
It didn't originate that way,
Well, like it's funny because there's this band called Tyr, Tyr. And hold on one second. I'm communicating with Gunther here. It seems like he's having some technical difficulties.
He always does it first.
Yeah, he does. So Tyr, the first letter of their band name is what's called the Tyr rune, which looks like an arrow pointing up.
Okay.
And a few years back, they were accused of being racists. And it was very interesting. They actually wound up writing a song about that called Shadow of the Swastika.
Oh,
And basically, the song essentially said, "We don't have anything to do with the shit that happened, 60 years ago. Fuck off." And the man of the hour is here. This fucking fuck. Hi, John.
what's up, man? You sound like Cher.
You must have shit reception where you are right now, huh, John? You're frozen, buddy.
Yeah, maybe that's probably.
You sound like Paul.
John, try to go somewhere with better reception.
He sounds like he's talking through an Atari.
This fucking guy.
Let me see.
Oh, this is much better. It's a little bit better. Huh?
Yeah, it's better when you can't see my face.
Yeah, it's funny. We got a good comment here. Speak of Aryan stuff, and Gunther magically appears. I'm gonna leave that up on the screen for a little bit. We were talking about racists using symbols from cultures that have nothing to do with them, like Viking runes and shit like that, and about how that's become associated with racism. Gunther probably's not allowed to talk about these things.
Dude, Gunther, you can't hear anything, man.
Yeah, Gunther, leave and come back, please. So anyways, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, it's a thing, and it's like I don't like it because I feel like it ruins good symbols.
It does. It does. And I really don't know. I don't think Odin really welcomes in, 130-pound meth addicted, wife beater wearing, jailhouse trailer park tattoo having, type people into Valhalla. There's not.
Fucking Gunther. Oh man, hi JT. JT Dream Killer Miller. But yeah, I mean,
now that's a good dude right there, JT.
I like JT. JT, if I send you a link, do you want to come on? Comment yes if you want to come on. I'll send you the fucking link.
Yeah, JT, come on, dude. That would be fun. I'm
gonna send him the link. I'm gonna send JT the link. JT is a police officer. Okay, cool. JT, I'm gonna send you a link, my man. I'm gonna send you a link.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be awesome.
This is gonna be awesome. JT's just a good human, and very, 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 very good training partner of mine, and
he's intelligent and funny,
and he smells good too.
Yes, he's got good hygiene.
Got good hygiene, and he, looks like JT's coming on. It'll be a fucking strong style party up in this biatch, maybe with or without Gunther. So anyways, I find it intellectually offensive. I also find the fucking Confederate flag thing to be very annoying. What do you think of it, Sean? I know you're from a different part of Ohio than I am.
Yeah, there's a guy in his pickup with extra black smoke coming out of his two smokestacks with the Confederate flag and an American flag on the back, waving and down my street and being super loud. And it's like, yeah, great. I stopped and stared for a second. Yeah, I'm not for the, like, when I first came to this town, this is Ashland, Ohio, mind you. I first moved to this town in
Hold on.
Go ahead.
For anybody who doesn't know, Ashland, Ohio is what happens when you go to East Bumblefuck, and East Bumblefuck has like a next town over.
Lots of Opies, like from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, it's when I first moved to this town, dude, you had this town's so confused. You had a red Ford pickup truck bumping Tupac with a Confederate flag.
Oh,
Now, I
man.
mean that could be progress. I mean that could be taken as progress or confusion. I don't know. Like, but when I first came to this town, I was like, man, you guys got to figure your shit out, man. I don't, because they'll use the N word, but listen to rap music. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's always funny to me when I see people that are like, I don't even know if I want to use the word that's used to describe them, because it sounds very racist now that I'm thinking about it. But there's a certain word used to describe white guys that dress.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the wigger. I'll say it.
Yeah. So I find those types that are also somehow racist. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
So for anyone that's not familiar with this is JT Dream Killer Miller. He is a fighter out of Strong Style and just one of my favorite training partners and just awesome human. He's also a member of the Cleveland SWAT team. Is that all to say that, JT?
I mean, well, you already said it, so
I can end the broadcast, delete it,
No, I think we're okay. I think we're all right.
So, JT, how are things now as far as the riots and the protests go?
It's slowed down quite a bit.
Good. That's a positive, I guess. We're not gonna talk much about politics because I figure you probably don't want to even talk about that these days. We were having a good time laughing about white supremacists who use symbols that belong to other cultures, like the Sanskrit swastika or the Nordic runes.
Isn't the swastika an Indian thing? Originally or something like that. Yeah.
From the
I remember somebody used like the ISIS symbol was something else before ISIS took it or whatnot. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, and like I almost feel like, what do you think the next thing? Like, I know like this thing was converted into.
Oh, come on, like this, bullshit. I refuse
we're
that
all in
one.
trouble now.
I refuse that
now.
Bullshit. Because some little fucking little Proud Boys.
That is not white power. Like, no, everybody does that. That's the punch game. I get you to look at it.
Yeah.
You're so stupid. I got
in
you to look
Japan,
at it.
In Japan, that's a butthole.
Or it's the okay sign.
Exactly.
Maybe it's like,
I'm keeping
okay?
it. It's staying the okay sign. We're gonna be like what Clerks 2? We're gonna take Porch Monkey back while we're at it.
I'm taking it back. My grandma always called me that. She was a horrible racist, but whatever.
You know what's weird though? You know what's weird? I always see white people on the porches though. I grew up technically a porch monkey. Me and my buddies grew up hanging out on their fucking front porch watching people walk by.
Can we not do that? Jesus Christ.
No, I just remember when I was in my teenage years when I realized that was actually a racial thing, because I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, or white part, Caucasian Falls, called Cuyahoga Falls. So a lot of racist stuff that a lot of stuff was inadvertent. I didn't even fucking know. Nobody was there to check me. You know what I mean? Nobody was there to check anybody. Yeah. And when I got older and started interacting with all races, especially in the military, in the fight world, that kind of shit dissipated really quick with me. Like, I started becoming very conscious about what I said and did, or, things like that.
Yeah,
because
it was, for me, it was a whole different thing, being biracial myself. If you look at me and look at my mom, I do look like my mom, but she is red hair, whitest lady you ever saw, with blue eyes. And being a kid, I had interesting times where
I'll bet,
my friend's mom meets my mom, And then my friend's mom's giving my mom a funny look, and I don't know why. You know, hearing different things, different slang, people talking bad directly about me, and me not knowing what it meant at the time. My mom lying to me to save my feelings or whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's always been a thing. It kills me when I have people try and tell me about racism, because I've lived with them my whole life. They want to tell me,
you of all people,
educate. They want to try and educate me. So it's like, excuse me, I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been, one drop rule. I'm black, so I'm not accepted by white. I've been too light to be considered black at times. So people just a little bit ago, someone thought I was Puerto Rican.
You do look Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Like my wife's Puerto Rican. My kids are half Native American, so we're a good mixture. But yeah, I grew up hearing some things and not realizing what it was. So,
For sure, man.
I think when you're a kid, you have that innocence.
Yeah.
And I think some kids that grow up and it's just a normal thing, like Sean said, and they just want to butcher people now.
Well, and it's a learned behavior. Like I think as kids we mimic. I think it's in the families. It's not necessarily it's not overtly taught in society to be racist. That's more the overtness of it is done within the family structure. It's like a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I do believe that there is some systemic racism still within the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff. I don't think it's
I don't think it's completely polarized. It's not as polarized as what people make it to be.
Yeah, nowhere near what they try and blow it up to be.
No. See, that's where I disagree. That's where I disagree with some of the movements that's going on. It's like it's so over polarized that it's like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I've never had to. I do not have dark skin, and I've never had to feel what it's like to have dark skin and go through what's described, when you don't know if you're going to get pulled over because you're black or whatever. I believe the people that say that they've experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know why they've experienced that. I like to try to think that it's systemic racism, but maybe it's something else.
I mean, here's the thing: you can't fault anybody for how they feel. I don't get mad at anybody for saying Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. I don't discredit anybody for how they feel. If that's how you feel, that is your truth. I am no one to tell you that you haven't been oppressed by some way, or I'm no one to tell you that you feel in a certain way that you're wrong for your feelings. Just people. I get a lot of police questions all the time, and people come and they ask me, and they say, "Oh no, this is what it is. All you guys do is you kill unarmed black people." Not really. I mean, that's all you see on the news. I mean, you look at the I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think it's I can't remember how many unarmed black people, but I think it was like triple unarmed white people that were killed by the police last year. And they said, unarmed is such a funny thing because Sean unarmed is a danger if he decides he wants to be to any normal person, and people don't realize that. Like, unarmed doesn't mean
not dangerous.
Not dangerous.
Not dangerous at all. And they automatically they want to put that together, and I think they turn people who end up dying into like saints that they're not. I'm not going to get into specifics.
No, I agree. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's like for example, even just with the George Floyd thing, I'll say it. It's like he really wasn't an upstanding human, and neither was the cop. They have a history. I mean, there's like both these people have
matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but when you're calling someone a national hero,
who's calling you that though?
Oh, dude, he got a
lot of
fucking
people
Pelosi fucking. I think it was Pelosi. Had a folded flag given to fallen soldiers to their family.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Now,
They blow it up.
Now, am I
But,
glad? Am I glad that this all got spotlighted and everything? Yeah, I mean, like there is a police brutality issue, and I think it has more to do with police brutality. Yes, is there systemic racism? Yeah, there's all that kind of stuff involved, but I don't believe it's as polarized. Like as we said before, I don't believe it's as polarized as what it's being made out to be. There's too many shades of gray, and it's all or nothing. And especially you, JT, you're in a fucked up position. You're half white, half black, and you're a cop.
And
you know, you're like the perfect ambassador. Actually, I mean, shit.
I try to be, but here's the thing. The way it's I'm reading the comment. I completely approve of that, but
could you imagine a meal on PCP?
Dude, seriously, no, that'd be a nightmare. That'd be horrible because the raw instincts show up. You just snap leg after leg after leg. It'd be awful. But you made me forget what I was about to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Train of thought crash.
Yeah, it happens to me way too much.
What's funny is JT's one of the only people that regularly leg locks me in training against my will. He's one of the old. I think there are two. There are three. Doc Ock, JT Miller, and John Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
John Gunther does?
Yes. John catches me in leg locks all the time.
He catches me in that damn knee bar.
It's called dog bar, yeah.
Yeah, like that damn
catches me in that,
legs.
And he heel hooks me sometimes, man. He's a fucking motherfucker.
Sneaky John Gunther. He's sneaky. He's up to things.
Trying to get him to sneak into this fucking video, but he's been having technical difficulties. So, anyways, we were talking about
polarization. I had just said
polarization and the fact that JT is in a unique position because of the fact that he's got three identities, or
that's involved in this.
Yeah, that are involved in this.
Yeah,
so
it's a real.
He's the Venn diagram. You're the Venn diagram. You're
literally.
I mean,
it's like
I try and translate as much as I can. Open lines of communications. I've talked to many people throughout this, different conversations on all sides. To try and be as level as possible, but there's certain folks that you don't think exactly like them, and you're automatically wrong, and this, that, and the other. All that gets tiresome. Oh, there he comes. There he comes.
This motherfucker.
There he is, right there.
Dude. Say hi, John.
There's so many people. Hi.
So, John, how do you feel about the fact that dumb fucking video from The Ultimate Fighter went viral this week?
Does that count as viral?
Dude, it's got 1.6 million views just on that one site.
Oh, yeah? It's crazy. I think it's because COVID, baby. Everyone's sitting at home, bored.
I'm not sitting at home anymore. Fuck that.
What?
I said, I'm not sitting at home anymore. Fuck that. Hey, Gunther, you were in Minneapolis during the fucking riots.
Yeah.
I want to hear about this. Tell us about it.
Real quick, Gunther, you scare me. I see Gunther just doing stuff. Every time Gunther goes live, he's on a damn makeshift raft. I'm like,
you know what Gunther is?
Seriously, I got worried. I had to check to make sure to see another live video, make sure you didn't die there. And then he's in the middle of that. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then people are encouraging. Okay, listen, anybody who's watching that encourages John Gunther when he's doing this stuff, stop it. Shame on you. You get to a certain age. You get to a certain age where you realize, hey, I shouldn't do this. I could get hurt. Gunther never got that, okay?
So I tried to the Statue of Liberty the other day.
You did what?
I tried to swim to the Statue of Liberty, but they were like,
where? From
they were
from
going
where?
around the perimeter. I don't know what to do on that island.
This is what I'm talking about.
God
Oh
damn
my
it.
goodness, Gunther.
Dude, okay,
Oh,
so
man.
I have a theory about John, and it just came to me. Okay, so there's serial killers, right? Like out there, like, and they have this fucked up, like something happens in their childhood, right? And they have this potential to like go become a killer, but John is the good part. Like he came out the good way, and it manifests itself in just other bizarre ways instead of mass killings, you know? So whatever that engine is that creates the serial killer, you know, like your Hannibal Lecter,
It got
you know,
broken.
kind of thing. No, it just has a good seed got planted in there. You know, he had good family, you know, shit like that. So the nurture must have really helped in this.
Turn me around.
Good. Thank goodness.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the Bronson mustache and everything. I mean, he could have.
Yeah. Well, here, let me tell you this. Sparring with John Gunther, right? There's a reason he's called the Machine. It was before the fight that when I got my first heel hook finish.
Yeah, boy.
We were doing.
Oh, that was amazing. And Luke
we're doing
was in the corner, like he was so pumped.
Yeah, but I'm talking about our training, our last day of sparring, Gunther. When I had checked my heart rate, the day before. I was down to 35 beats per minute. Amazing shape, right? When I took a picture, I got a little excited. I took a picture of 36 beats per minute. After 3 5-minute rounds with Gunther coming at me like crazy, I was exhausted. And Gunther, you remember what I screamed at you?
No.
I went, "You're not human. What are you? What are you?" Because I've never had such high-paced rounds because he just did not stop. But in my fight, I didn't need that conditioning because I got the heel hook in the first round.
No,
yeah, boy.
Then Luca tried to jump up on the judges table.
That was the best fight ever.
I'm just proud of both you fuckers for leg locking people.
Well, I don't like black people, except that one night they ripped me out of my van on this podcast. I hit 2 leg locks in one night. You didn't see it from the start.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? So Gunther, you know that video's gone viral?
That the recent what counts as viral?
I'd say over 1 million views is viral. I'd say over 50,000 views is viral, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely viral.
Fever usually.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, no, it got 1.6 million views. If you're watching this and you haven't seen it, look up the most unique UFC fighter ever or some shit like that. You get a video of John Gunther talking about how he rapes alpacas. And the thing is that it's a wonderful video, and it's gone viral. Has it changed your life, Gunther?
No, not really.
It
John,
should.
Do you know how to make it change your life?
No.
Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull that video up. You're going to start going into fucking RV dealerships. Okay. And you're going to tell them, I will be your spokesperson if you give me an RV.
But I don't want to. I don't want to be a spokesperson for RVs. I hate RVs.
Well, what do you like?
I like my minivan.
Okay, go get a new minivan.
Yeah.
Go get a cargo van. No, go get one of them nice Sprinters that you can like build in and make a bed. And
or just get a fucking RV.
They can decorate the new van.
I judge those people.
You can decorate the new van, Gunther.
It's already decorated.
I judge them.
Not seen the inside of the thing?
I like to feel superior to those people with those Sprinter vans because I'm roughing it in my minivan.
Get a Honda Odyssey.
those actually, I guess they run longer. All right,
they'll last you forever, dude.
Yeah, they're a little more expensive though, so I could go the Honda Odyssey. Right?
Actually, what you want is a Mitsubishi Delica.
What is that?
Dude, you can go off-road with them. They're big knobby tires. They're badass.
I go off-road in this thing, but it's not pretty. It's like sideways, but
All I'm saying is that you live in a fucking van and you sleep in a fucking hammock in said van.
Right.
Where you could have a normal bed.
Well, I don't believe. I think it's a waste of it hurts me how much space is wasted in those vehicles by having a normal bed. I'm like, why would you have that when you could just put a hammock in and like save all the space and then use it for other things?
You can fucking remove the bed and use it for other shit, Gunther.
Would I would burn that thing.
Dude, he shouldn't have a bed.
No, he wouldn't be Gunther if he had a bed.
Yeah.
Gunther's got to be Gunther. You cannot change him.
Dude, my favorite video ever was of him laying on the fucking floor of the bathroom at Strong Style.
Victor Ventresca. Victor Ventresca did that one. That was rude. That was funny though. I was there that morning. I came in and Victor already did the recording. Dude, I came in one time. You were in the fucking shitter, sleeping like in the stall.
What?
By the ice machine in the fucking big shitter stall.
Oh really? No.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, bro.
I just
took science class.
I was trying to figure out a spot with power.
John Gunther started COVID-19
with that shit that he took at Strong Style.
He's the source of it. That's why he can't get sick.
I've been saying that all along, man. It's like a sexually transmitted disease that he got from a fucking alpaca.
No.
The pig.
So Gunther.
Jesus Christ. Why? With the bestiality all the time.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
That's an excellent question, Gunther. Why?
No, I don't. It's terrible for me. I gotta hide everything you post because.
And you got JT who lives in the real world. He doesn't get to have.
All my alpaca farms would not appreciate. It's terrible for business.
What state are you in right?
All I'm saying is that I think you caught this from an alpaca.
Okay.
That's my theory.
That could be possible.
It wasn't a bat. It was the alpaca strain.
The alpacas are actually like resistant to it somehow or something. Something about like them.
That's what you want us to believe, Gunther.
Well, your children are safe. Your children are safe.
There was like a story. There was a story on it, like how like alpacas and sharks are the only ones that have like something about the antibodies are smaller so they can fight it. And they're using their blood or something for some sort of treatment.
Okay, well, here's a question.
I heard about this.
So sharks don't get cancer. Do alpacas not get cancer too?
I don't know. I've never seen an alpaca with cancer. I think they just die if they get cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah. Not okay. It's not okay, Gunther.
Shame on you, Gunther.
Shame on you.
So, in your van.
Have you heard about how viral this video is on, Gunther?
Driving around just to. Why is the UFC making a video of me? That's a better question.
You know what? I was going to ask you that. Why did they make a video of you?
Well,
have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Are you sure?
That's the reason why, Gunther.
maybe
that's why.
Maybe. Did you see like Dana White was saying there's like some new big news season getting ready to announce?
Are you fighting again?
Well, I'm just saying. Did you watch those alien videos where they're picking up UFOs?
What?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
The U.S. military like released.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago.
I mean, we talked about this.
I don't know. Well, maybe they're partnering with the Intergalactic Fight League, and they're gonna have fights against aliens. I don't know. And maybe I'm going to be on that card.
We can't fight aliens. They're our friends.
Gunther could fight aliens if he wants.
Gunther probably would fight a fucking alien. Gunther
I want to
would
be
probably
probed.
fuck it after
He's gonna run down a deer one day.
I want to probe an alien.
Gunther
I want
wants
an
to
alien to probe
alien.
me. I want an alien to probe
Hey,
me.
fellas, I'm gonna hop off. I'm tired of holding my phone.
There's a lot of world champions, but how many intergalactic champions are?
Don't go, JT.
What were you saying, JT?
I'm gonna hop off. I'm tired of holding my phone.
You're the anchor of sanity.
Yeah, you're one who's keeping this from going off the fucking rails. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Well, now you're free to go off the rails. Proceed. See you guys.
Stay safe, brother. Love you.
Yep.
See you later, man.
All right.
Love JT. All right, Gunther, you were saying?
Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know. You never know.
Gunther,
I want to be abducted.
Yeah, Gunther, if you were to be abducted by an alien, would you rather probe it or would you rather have it probe you?
I'd prefer neither to happen.
But if you had to choose, what would you choose?
I would prefer to be heel hooked by an alien than
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Heel hooked by you.
What I'm asking is, would you rather be probed by an alien or do the probing?
Well, if it's hairy, he'll at least shave it.
I guess I would just not do either.
But if you had to be probed by an alien, or if you were the one doing the probing.
Right. How are they going to force me? What is the alien going to do? Like, if I just say no.
If you just say no, they could hurt you.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I can take an alien.
Not if they
but
have
what if they get in your head? What if they get in your head?
Yeah, what if they have control over you and you get the pick?
They get in my head, then I don't have to make those decisions. They're going to be made for me. It's going to be everything.
You're ruining the bit, Gunther. You're ruining it. You're ruining it like you ruin everything. God damn it.
I feel like it's a lose-lose situation here.
How though? Dude, you either...
No matter which I answer, it's looking bad for me. Either I'm going to
wouldn't you be honored?
Would you be honored to put your penis inside of an alien?
No.
Be the first man to go where no man has gone before?
Hey, would you still be... No, okay, no, let me put it this way. Let me ask, I got a hypothetical question. If you're a virgin, right? If you're a human virgin and you have sex with an alien, are you still a virgin?
I don't think so.
Because it's not a human.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a living, intelligent being.
Know that they're intelligent.
I'm sure there's a Christian loophole.
It's like sodomy.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
The back door for Jesus kind of thing.
No.
Because that's not technically losing your virginity.
John, we got Ricardo Casanova. Ricardo Casanova says Gunther is either going to start an intergalactic orgy or an intergalactic war.
No, it's going to be an intergalactic fight league. I'm telling you, we're going to compete against aliens from other planets, and we're definitely going to prove that.
Okay, John.
You know that I'm setting this to bloody elbow, and we're going to
fucking. Our martial arts are better.
Here's the flaw. Here's the flaw in that theory. Because when you stop making all that fucking noise.
Emily, are you eating over there?
Jesus, are you eating chips there?
No.
Fucking Christ. Anyways, like if you're able to reach the level of intelligence to get to another planet or another solar system, etc., you probably don't have something as low frequency as fighting anymore, or even sports for that matter. It's probably a lot more higher brow, society than football and fighting.
Maybe.
So,
But
probably not.
maybe once things tend to swing, right? You go one direction, and then you swing back, and maybe there's some like hipster aliens that are just really this old school fighting.
Yeah, they could be rogue. They're like searching the universe for unpeaceful civilizations.
Right.
Look at
You know what I mean?
Done with it.
Look at humanity's advances over the last 150 years. Okay.
That's probably why they're on Earth, because they're looking for some more primitive life. Now let's go back to the way things used to be.
Right, but okay, so look at the progress in the last 150 years, and then compare that to the progress in sports. It's the same sports as 150 years ago.
Oh, I know.
So therefore,
and guess what? 150 years ago, we're still basically the same. Just different flowers, just different tapestry.
So what are you saying, Emily? You're saying
until we can transcend the archetypes.
Be hit sports?
I don't think the aliens would necessarily not play sports.
Yeah, I don't necessarily.
I don't think so.
I hope that if you do get into the Intergalactic Fight League,
but think how interesting it would be, because they're not
that you have to go against the alien equivalent of Davi Hamosh.
We think differently than them, and maybe they have more arms or legs, or who knows?
It could be interesting, or more dicks. What if they have more dicks? You know, like we can have, like Ricardo said, it's either an intergalactic orgy or war.
No.
Like Midnight Gospel, John Gunther. You've got to watch Midnight Gospel. You'll love it.
No.
No, I'm serious. No, you'll like it. Like it's really good shit, and I think you might actually enjoy it. Yeah, check it out.
Do you believe in watching movies, Gunther, or do you think that they're going to steal your soul?
I watch them every once in a while. I don't know. I steal it or something. How to find it?
Are you worried? Are you worried that you're going to have your soul stolen by the television?
No.
How about by pictures? Are you worried that all the photographs that are taken of you are going to steal your soul?
I mean, I don't know what you're doing with these pictures you're taking of me. I'm a bit worried. I feel like you can use these videos to
No, Emil can't. Eddie Saliba can.
Yeah, he can steal my soul and my reputation and everything.
He'll turn you into someone else.
Right.
People don't know this.
They can be edited in such a way as to cast me in a bad light.
What's funny is Saliba's my meme editor. He's he's the one that does all these posters for me for Fight to Win. And a lot of people got really upset at me for the last poster he made last year.
The Hitler one.
Yeah. I bet you loved that shit, didn't you, Gunther? Fucking psychopath.
I thought it was funny as shit. But I'm a Mel Brooks fan. Okay, to me that was Mel Brooks. My first knee-jerk thought when I saw that fucking poster was Mel Brooks all the way. I was like, oh, this is grand. This is gold. And I honestly, it didn't even cross my mind that would be offensive to anyone, because I thought I gave everyone the benefit of the doubt, thinking that everyone can see the satire and the comedy in it. But no.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people.
I mean, it was one of those things. Like, I didn't even when I first saw it, my Facebook wall, I was like, nope, fuck that.
If for real to say no,
I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking. At it. It wasn't like, it's not like, nope, I'm not gonna let this stay on my wall. It's just like, nope, I'm not even fucking. I don't even know what to do with this. And then I was like, I'm just going to leave it alone. Hopefully people just ignore it and we'll just move on.
Didn't your wife actually suggest to get that taken down too?
My wife, my sister-in-law, my mother. That's a trinity right there.
And my wife thought she had it rough with our marriage and my personality.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife is a fucking saint. But yeah, so like the thing is that it was.
Yes, he is.
What was funny about it was when BJJ Eastern Europe decided to take it up as a fucking article.
Oh, I saw like something about that. What exactly happened?
Nothing. They claimed that I had made the post, number one, and I did not. They claimed that it was to promote the match, which it wasn't. It was just literally just Eddie fucking with me. I mean, that's what Eddie does. Like, anybody who's met Eddie Saliba knows that.
Stuff.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a fucking racist or anti-Semitic bone in his body. Like, the context of it was that he made a bad joke. And my policy with him is when he makes a bad joke, let it fucking be, because it might be funnier than I think it is. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a classic example of overreach.
Well, it was funny because it all kind of worked itself out. I mean,
but no, what I'm thinking is like, no, that's a good talking point right now of like the overreach of liberalism. I actually see myself as a liberal leaning person with my social points of view, but like this overreach of like having to speak up for everyone and everything all the fucking time. It's like, guys, are we going to lose stand-up comedians over this shit? Look, the whole point of comedy is is a satire version of what's going on in society. If we can't joke about the racism, if we can't joke about the sexism, if we can't joke about all this shit that's going on, I mean, that's part of the way we get things stirred up, how we have talking points and things like that is through many forms of media. And I'm, like Chef on South Park, I can't see him go, man. That's not racism. He's like a Barry White kind of, he's like the like a caricature of one human being, not a race or anything like that. I could just see something as golden as Chef being taken out.
Yeah.
Just because, it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was funny because like there was a contingent of people that were furious with me about that.
Over what? Oh, you mean the meme? Yeah, the meme. Yeah, I know. And it's like, dude, one, you own it. Number one, you're Jewish.
Of all the reasons to be furious with you.
Okay, so I just got kicked off of Facebook for 7 days.
Oh, really?
I think it was Chris Hodder's post, or it might have been Marvin Castell. They posted something about
Gunther reported, I heard.
Europe. It was a post about Europe not letting Americans back into the country, into their borders after they open everything back up. And when I was in the military, I heard the term "ugly American" a lot. When you went to other countries, because what it is Americans come in with this, why don't you speak English while they're in Italy, or whatever. That Americans tend to have this self-righteous exceptionalist kind of point of view, and we get called ugly Americans. So on this post, I put in a joking, in my tone, in my context, that it is, I put ugly ugly Americans. So Facebook kicks me off for 7 days for hate speech. Another all the times I've gotten kicked off of fucking Facebook was for hate speech. And one other time was
racist.
And you know what my hate speech was? I said white trash. I called Conor McGregor a white trash welfare recipient.
No.
I mean,
his backstory, he came up on welfare.
Yeah.
He abused the welfare system in Ireland to fight full time, to train full time. And people are fucking praising him and lauding him. And most of these people are on the right side of the fence in our country.
And nobody talks more trash than Conor McGregor. I think he can handle it.
He's white and talks trash, hence he's white trash. So it's like these are all things that I own. I said nothing about anybody else's culture or anything else. I spoke of exclusively to my culture and anything that I got hate speech on. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's overreach. That is fucking overreach.
I mean, it's a private company, man. If you don't want to be on Facebook, don't be on Facebook. I'm telling you guys, both of you.
No, I agree. I take it. I mean, I get it. It's a private entity. It can do whatever the fuck it wants, but it's kind of like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just a good example of stupidity.
Yeah, I agree. I think that also another thing about it is that, like, the three of us all have our, like, quote unquote brands that we use Facebook for.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. We need to make a fucking reality show about you or something. We need to do something where you start profiting on.
John, you really could do your own reality show, man.
Something,
it's almost like it's like a Bear Grylls meets a homeless Bear Grylls without a heroin addiction.
Bear Grylls. A homeless, retarded, constantly stoned.
That doesn't seem very. I don't think you're allowed to say that word anymore.
My wife's after sitting here shaking her head at me too.
Speaking of political correctness.
Yeah. But you really could, John. You really could do something, man, with just your lifestyle alone and a fucking GoPro. You could, like, probably
seriously, dude. I want you to let me help you build your fucking thing.
I concur. We were just talking before you got on. I was telling Emil that you need a handler. You need somebody to watch out for your career and kind of guide you in a bit.
John
Gunther, goddamn, I want to fucking choke you right now sometimes. You're such a good human, and you can do this shit.
Emily's the worst person for that.
No, he's actually not.
Did I not let him play loose somebody? He's posting. That's what I did today. No, it's bad. It's terrible for me. I would lose amazing. I would lose my packaging business. It would not go well.
No, but
if Emil dropped the bestiality accusation,
right?
Would you do it?
Drop the bestiality.
Because I agree with that. I think that's over. It's overran. Nobody wants to hear about.
Right.
Look, all I'm saying is that somebody needs to call Gunther out for the facts about him. All I'm saying.
We could just move on.
Okay, so as I was saying before, you got all huffy about me revealing the truth about you.
Okay.
Before you got all butthurt, I think that if you just gave me creative license, I could make a web series that would go viral very quickly about you. What I would do is I would probably set you up with a GoPro, have you make like maybe 2 videos a week, and I would do some editing and some Facebook marketing.
Yeah.
All you do is you just record videos of yourself doing things for about, like, record 2 random half-hour parts of your day.
Of your normal fucking day, the shit you normally do.
Change nothing, just record it while it's happening.
Okay.
And I would clip it up, add some narration, and put it on the fucking internet.
And that's the easy. You're doing the easy shit, John. He's doing the hard shit.
Hey, it's not my money. I
want to.
That's a lot of work.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's what'll happen. You'll go viral.
Yeah, it would be. So it would be in Emily's hands. In post-production.
Look, I promise.
No, real talk. I would handle him while he handles Jude. John, I'm not gonna. I give you.
We need someone looking over his shoulder. Like, no. We need to get Emily's wife on board. And
she can write the contract. And she hates Emil, so you're good. She likes you more than she likes Emil.
She
has that in common with half the world.
But as I was saying, the thing is that I can promise you I will not embellish what's happening.
Okay.
I will simply take what's happening and put it together in such a way that it's watchable.
And it can't be released without your approval.
Yeah, sure. You can watch it before I release each episode.
Okay.
And all I ask is a 50% cut.
Sounds like a deal.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. And if it makes nothing, it makes nothing. What have you actually invested? You just had a camera running while you do shit.
But you can't tank them. You can't tank them. So John Gunther, he just brought up, 50-50. That means he's got something at stake. That means he's not gonna make you look. You know what I mean? This is in his interest.
The goal isn't to.
Maybe. I mean,
no. Listen.
Just because people are like, even if people are hated, they can still be popular.
Right. But here's the thing, John. I'm not using this to spread the Daily John Gunther facts. That's my own thing.
Okay.
That's that. Honestly, like the Daily John Gunther
your
facts,
thing, John.
The Daily John Gunther facts are my attempt to reveal to the world the evil that you've bestowed upon it. The evil fucking abominations that you've taken part in. So that's what I'm trying to do, right? But like, this show isn't about revealing your abominations. It's simply a mockumentary docu-series about the...
It's simply a mockumentary. Okay. I'm okay with that.
What I'm saying is the idea is not necessarily to embellish, because your shit is stranger than fiction.
And it's true and it's good.
What are you doing?
It's not
Gunther?
A bad thing.
I don't know.
What are you doing there? What are you laying in?
I parked outside this laundromat, and I feel like I'm about to get told to leave.
I honestly hope. Like, where are you now? What state?
I can't disclose that information.
Come on, what state are you in, man?
I'm telling you, there's things going on, big things moving, happening, intergalactic workings, and I'm in a bunker in a non-disclosed building. And
at a laundromat.
I literally can't disclose that information.
So tell me about Minneapolis. What was that all like?
I mean, it was absolutely insane. I was like, I'm in Minneapolis. I mean, I have to go see this. This is like history, right?
Okay, so you went there to see that? You didn't go there for work?
I mean, I was there for work, and then I was like, so we were driving. We were working near Minneapolis, so we stayed the night in Minneapolis. And so I was like, well, we might as well walk down there and see what's going on. It was crazy. Like, stuff was burning. There was guys running around with guns, like yelling at people. And that was the only time I was scared. But generally, like, people were pretty, like, it was like ingrained in them. Like, they were following the traffic. They were stopping at stop signs, even though, like, there was no authority figures anywhere. And, like, people would, like, walk past you, they'd, like, bump into you and say, like, excuse me. And then they'd, like, throw a rock through a window. Excuse me.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm like, they're so polite, but at the same time, they're, like, destroying. It was just crazy. It was a crazy, like, another world.
Oh, pardon me, old chap. Have you got a lighter for my Molotov?
Oh, some guy asked me. He's like, "Hey, do you have a lighter?" And I'm like, "No," because he was trying to burn some building. I was like, "No."
Was it the police station?
No, the police station was already like gone. It was terrible.
We're gonna want to bring you in for questioning, John.
They probably will. Like, they'll probably see my face or something when they go back over the footage or whatever.
I thought the dude just wanted to light his cigarette.
Did you guys see the video of not LeBron James, John Bones Jones?
No.
Oh, stopping people from, like, rioting or looting and shit?
He was stealing people's graffiti bottles.
Really?
Spray paint bottles, yeah.
Graffiti bottles. You mean a can of spray paint? What the fuck's a graffiti bottle?
It's a bottle from whence graffiti comes.
You just like push the
I
button.
call that my butthole.
Magic.
Ah, shit.
Exactly.
No, why was he taking the salvage? He was trying to stop like the madness. I'm pretty sure Emil has COVID.
It's the chronic. He just got his Terp House CBD thing in.
No.
No, I inhaled some. I'm drinking some water, and I inhaled some.
What kind of water do you drink?
I'm drinking Hint. Have you heard of Hint?
No. Apparently, like there's a bunch of water snobs. People were telling me like the Dasani is like the worst. I had no idea.
I like Dasani.
Really? Okay, so you're definitely white trash.
All I go for is I did research. I was like, which ones doesn't have fluoride in it? Fluoride.
Oh yeah, do some have fluoride in it? That's crazy.
Some still have fluoride. Like there's ones that'll still have fluoride in it.
Fluoride's good for your teeth, man.
Yeah, but it's not good. Yeah, so swish with the water that has fluoride in it. Don't drink it.
I just drink whatever. I didn't know there was a difference.
There's no difference, John.
Yes, there is. Fluoride is a real thing. You shouldn't fucking drink it. I've had plenty of dentists tell me that. I haven't drank tap water or fluoridated water in about, I want to say maybe 8 years.
That's cool. So, anyways, no.
I can feel my third eye opening. My pineal gland is decalcifying.
Right. I was in your what gland? I was in. So my wife has been ordering Postmates to be delivered to the house of like our groceries.
Yeah.
Or Instacart. Sorry, Instacart. So she's been having Instacart deliver groceries to the house because she's very concerned about
COVID?
Shenanigans. COVID. And at some point, somebody else's delivery got delivered to our house.
Oh no,
by accident.
That's interesting.
And what's funny is she had like a very small order. This was a big fucking order. Like, this is a big order with like a lot of different shit, a lot of expensive shit. So like somebody's bumming. But
so
regardless,
you got a bunch of cool stuff.
Is that?
So you got to spice it up and try a bunch of different stuff.
You should have licked everything.
Anyways,
You just left it, right?
what's that?
That's how it works, right? They don't want your stuff back here.
Yeah, no, because the whole reason that people are doing Postmates is because of the COVID. So, anyways, there's this stuff called Hint, right? Hint. Yeah. And what it is, it's basically like flat LaCroix water, but the flavors are much stronger.
This like definitely isn't a product placement.
Oh wait, so you're drinking somebody else's groceries right now?
Well, no, this is not, because we finished that case, but we liked it, so she bought more.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So you just got to keep their order? Did they fix that other people's order for them or what?
I don't know. Not our problem.
Oh my God. That is so fucked up.
What were we supposed to do, dude? Like, it's not our fault.
You call them and say, "Hey, wrong order. Come pick it up."
I think she did. I think she did.
And they're just like, "Fuck it."
Dude, the whole reason that people are using Instacart is to avoid other people handling their shit. Like, that's the whole fucking reason. And like, this shit's been in our house.
So you've got a complete stranger picking groceries for you that you don't know where his hands are.
Dude, you don't have to.
That's somebody else handling your food, dude.
No shit.
That's why I go through the self-checkout.
Yeah, it's all fucking bullshit, dude. All of it. But anyways, yeah, we got a bunch of groceries from somebody else that are not ours.
Bonus.
Yeah. Bunch of good shit, too, dude.
Other people's shit tastes better.
Yeah, a bunch of really good stuff, man. I can't complain. I feel
Lots
like
of meatless stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
Score.
They had Beyond Burgers, like a bunch of Beyond Burgers, which were pretty expensive.
Crazy.
And they had fish burgers for Alana, like tuna burger, or not tuna, salmon burgers. Alana's not a vegetarian, so.
That's good.
Yes.
Somebody with a little backbone in the family.
Gunther.
John, you seriously need to take into consideration what was brought to you tonight about, the GoPro and recording your shit. I mean, it's an interesting concept.
Yeah, I said I'm all about it.
I have some ideas and some things we can discuss, but I genuinely believe
you're a good human. You're an interesting person. It's really
I don't know about all that, but he's funny to watch. It's like watching
paint.
It's like watching. What's that?
Nothing.
It is kind of like watching paint dry.
Yeah, no, it's like watching. It's like watching a monkey try to fuck a football.
What the fuck? Now, I've been my first time I ever actually hung out with John Gunther. I was on acid.
When was this?
It was during that. It was another brand of MMA, but it was in Cleveland. I think it was at the Sportsplex in the NEO.
Was that when Hudak was like all that stuff too?
No, that was not the first time you hung out with Gunther.
No, like hanging out all night, hanging out with him one-on-one kind of thing.
Was that the night when Hudak was down in the bathroom? Like, no, I'm scared.
Yeah, and we went to the Hairy Buffalo after the.
That was back when that was.
Yeah, we watched. It was there was a boxing fight that night.
No, it was MMA.
Yeah, but after the MMA fight, there was same night there was Triple G versus.
Oh yeah, I was on acid. I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't paying. I was actually just paying attention to conversations going on that night.
That's hilarious. Did Hudak know that he was on something? Because it seemed like he was very surprised.
I'm not going to speak for Hudak, but I was definitely tripping. And I was trying to figure you out all night, and it was just like, does he know I'm tripping? Is he tripping? Is he like, where's his brain at? Like, how does he think and function? But you were pretty quiet all night, so it was hard to get. I was all night. I was trying to like get into like being John Malkovich, but I was trying to be John Gunther, and I just couldn't get in there. It's a fortress. It has many firewalls. His mind does.
Well, it's because there's only like maybe 3 brain cells in there, so they're really hard to find.
They are hard. They're just bouncing around doing random things.
No, see, I got this theory that John's got too many brain cells, and it's hard for the conveyance of the beautiful mind that's in there. Yeah. It's a very complex region of this universe.
I like this theory. This is a great theory.
Gunther's killed enough of those brain cells.
I could be wrong though. It could just be the exact inverse theory.
whatever it is, it's wonderful to watch.
Okay.
Because it really, I just keep my fingers crossed that like one day you get eaten by a bear or something, and it's on Facebook Live, because that would be fucking incredible.
It would be a good way to. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of lame ways to die. I feel like that would be one of the better ways, right?
I don't know, but I think John's living essence energy is so powerful that bear would end up driving a Dodge Caravan and sleeping in a hammock or something. It would have this involuntary urge to roam the earth in a hammock. We need to get John a hammock car. It's just a hammock with an engine and wheels. And it's suspended.
It automatically drives itself.
We got to contact Elon Musk, and he can get a self-driving hammock car for you, just to take you from llama farm to llama farm. It's just pre-programmed. You show up. You don't know what llama farm you're showing up at.
You don't even know where you are.
That would be incredible. If I were to upgrade my ride, a helicopter, maybe 2 helicopters with a hammock in between, that would be. I wouldn't mind.
I would love to see that shit, just because I would love to see like the hammock somehow get twisted, he gets dumped out, and he falls. The look of disappointment on his face as he falls.
Well, I'm sure there's drone technology now.
Yeah. What if you had 2 drones on a hammock?
2 powerful drones. Yeah.
That would be
again. I want to see it like accidentally dump him.
That would not be bad.
Oh, that reminds me. You know how there's those like scuba divers are found in trees in the middle of woods nowhere.
Yeah,
it's because
helicopters.
They're scuba diving in the ocean, and a helicopter comes down with one of those bag buckets that picks up water to go put out forest fires. Scuba divers have been like picked up from that shit and like taken out and dumped off. Imagine that being your last. Like, what the fuck? You wouldn't even know exactly what's going on ever.
No, but it'd be a cool way to die. I feel like you gotta die anyway.
A sacrifice, an honorable death. Yeah.
We got somebody saying that they got to hear the alpaca scream. So give us the sound of the alpaca screaming, Gunther.
I just need to watch that viral.
No.
Watch my viral video.
Nah, bitch, do it here. Free. Come on.
You got to prove it.
Come on.
I'm really bad. I can't really do it.
Just do it, man.
I don't know.
Just try.
I don't know how they do it. Like, this is gonna be terrible.
Do they scream like lamb?
I can't do it. It's terrible. I can't.
Do they scream like lambs, Chris?
I can't. Yeah, it's like a danger call. They're like warning the other alpacas.
Yeah, they're saying there's this man. He's holding on to me. He is spreading me in a very odd way.
The interesting thing is the ones that scream the most are the most selfless ones, right? Because they're the ones that don't scream are just like, we don't care about them. The ones that scream are like letting the other ones know. It's like a warning call to let them know that there's danger.
So those are the empaths. Those are the caring ones.
Yeah, the ones that scream a lot are the ones that are just selfless, trying to save the herd.
I just think it'd be really funny to watch you get eaten by a bear, or to watch you be suspended in like a hammock between 2 helicopters and have one of them just kind of like.
That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that ride? Strung out between 2 helicopters on a hammock, just like hanging out, flying.
Actually, what would be awesome is if like the hammock detached and then you grab both ends of the hammock and you fell.
It becomes a parachute.
It turned into a parachute.
Yeah, it would be like a parachute.
What if you were just laying in a giant parachute and like one of those wings, and then
it's like you're inside it, and then it tips you,
just drops you, and then you fly down.
I have a feeling that would have to be done with like 2 planes that can like roll
not
under.
Only that, but here's the thing: the parachute would get tangled, and you'd be fucked.
Yeah, the road. You'd kill the helicopter pilots too because they would get caught up in the rotors.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that'd be
So this stunt
that sounds like a very
done.
John Gunther thing to do, though.
But this stunt should be done Probably with airplanes, not helicopters.
Yeah.
Or just find the nearest bridge and take your hammock and jump off the bridge with your hammock.
There we go.
Can you please not, Sean? Can you please I'm trying to keep this guy alive long enough
to capitalize 50% on his videos.
We got a question in the comments from Quentin Pablo Rosenzweig. Quentin Pablo Rosenzweig.
No.
Okay, so in order to have sex with an alpaca, you have to do it before you cut their hair so you can have something to hold on to so they can't get away.
True.
So it always happens before the shearing.
No, this is the problem. This is the problem. This ruined my life. You're terrible. You're a terrible person. How is it spreading? It's a nightmare.
It's okay. It's all. Everybody knows it's a joke.
Why would you do this to me, Emily? No.
Look, man. There's a viral video of you holding an alpaca down as it screams. It exists.
That's a llama. That's a llama.
That's so what do you prefer, llamas or alpacas?
I mean, llamas fight more.
Llamas will do what?
Llamas are bigger. They usually fight a little more. That one was pretty tame.
Oh, yeah?
You know what's really wild is a ganaka.
Yeah, you told me about these before. Tell the audience about the ganaka.
Ganakas are amazing. They're like a wild animal. They like jump over 10-foot fences and breathe fire. And they're great. You grab a hold of them, drag you through the pasture until they get tired eventually. Llama or alpaca?
No. No means no.
That's right, Gunther. That's right. When you go,
means no.
I agree. See, Emily's actually much better at the alpaca scream than I am. It's sad.
See, I think he's projecting. I think Emil's projecting his weird fantasies on you. He's actually like living them through you. Like he's saying what he actually wants.
How are you so good? How are you so good at that alpaca scream?
An old Mayan truism from Dan Silver. You can fuck a llama 1,000 times, but only shear it once.
I mean, I don't like these.
Until it grows out again. I think you can shave it. I think you shave it a few times in his lifetime, right?
True.
Yeah.
How many times? How long do alpacas live, Gunther?
They'll live like 20.
How old's your wife?
It's like a horse. It's like 20-something years.
Really?
Yeah.
Can they be house trained?
I've always speculated. I've always said someone should breed miniature alpacas because they do they always go in one spot. They're like just natural. They'll always poop in the same.
They're very cute. They're very, very cute animals.
So you could easily house train it if you just made the spot where it goes outside. It would go outside, and they're super fuzzy. And can you imagine if you had a miniature alpaca?
They're like giant poodles.
Yeah, can you imagine if you had like just a poodle-sized alpaca? Everyone would have one walking around on a leash.
They're not that big, dude. They're small enough that you could theoretically have one as a pet.
Like, you know how they got like pygmy goats, like make pygmy alpacas.
Right. There's miniature everything. There's miniature cows. There's miniature horses.
I want a miniature elephant.
That would be incredibly cute too.
Why did I have to have a miniature penis though?
Miniature.
Excellent question.
Miniature alpacas would be huge. I can't believe that no one has bred them.
No, I actually agree with you on that. I mean, that would actually, I would have a miniature alpaca. I mean, that would be fun.
They're super cute. They're friendly, and like you could train it to like spit at people you don't like.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I would train it to spit at people.
It'd be amazing. They're smart too. Like they take them through obstacle courses and stuff. You could definitely have some fun. miniature alpaca.
John, go get a degree in genetic science.
I don't think it's.
He has one, dude. Remember he was like trying to clone Hitler for a while.
No, I don't remember that part.
He was trying to clone Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys ever see that episode of Mr. Pickles where they relocate that mob guy as a fucking Sasquatch, and he has sex with a deer, and they have an offspring of a deer human kind of thing? But yeah, that's what I think of. Is like, yeah, you got to make a miniature alpaca.
I'm pretty sure it's just you breed small alpacas together. Miniature alpaca.
Gunther, have you ever seen an alpaca human? Have you ever seen an alpaca human hybrid? Like, have you ever sired one?
No, and I don't think it's possible.
But
it might have happened in Tijuana.
No.
Okay, so in Tijuana, there's like hookers who ride donkeys and shit.
And when you say ride donkeys, you mean like?
Does Idaho have like alpaca shows? Where chicks ride alpacas?
Idaho?
Ride? They don't ride them. They get fucked by them.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be a little bit tactful. Fucking Idaho. Isn't that like Tijuana for alpacas?
Who the hell?
I'd a pimp, you the hoe. Shut up.
I think he got you there, Doc Ock.
He tried.
He got you pretty fucking good.
He tried.
No, he got you, man. That was fantastic.
No.
That was like the other day when
I had my force field on. Shut the fuck up.
It was like the other day when I still thought I was going down to Florida for that tournament that LeDuc was supposed to host.
Did you know get canceled or what?
Oh, you haven't heard of it. So that tournament what?
No one tells me anything.
So I was supposed to compete in Florida at a Zapatero open weight tournament, and it got canceled. And so instead, I signed up for a tournament in Nashville. And I went down to Nashville, Tennessee, and I rolled. So I competed, and then on Sunday, I did a seminar, and I rolled with two people that you know, Gunther.
Oh, did you go down to that tournament with, what's his name? My buddy on Facebook?
That was so big.
Right?
What?
I forget his name. He hates you, though. And he always likes all my posts.
Oh, not Gold Shower, no.
No.
No. He was actually in that tournament in Florida, or he was going to be.
Yeah.
No, not that. That got canceled.
Oh, no.
So instead, I did a tournament in Nashville. And the tournament was run by Jason Matherly and your buddy Joe Bates.
Oh, okay. Old Joe.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, I did a seminar and we rolled a bit. And I rolled with Joe, and I rolled with Joe Langford, too. He came out as well. Remember Langford?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
It was a lot of fun to watch you roll with Langford.
I don't remember. Like, how did that go?
You got guillotined about 50 times.
No. Trash.
It was amazing. It was amazing to watch. It's a lot of fun to watch you get guillotined.
It sounds like it didn't go well.
When are you coming back to Cleveland? I want to leg lock you.
Hopefully sometime here. I'm trying to avoid you, but maybe I'll have to.
I mean, we got to get you. We got to get you set up with a GoPro.
I do miss it a little bit. I do miss
Strongey style.
Yeah, I do miss it.
I mean, you're a workhorse in the gym, man. I need you around to fuck me up. You and JT.
He's got to get ready for Tex Johnson, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who is Tex Johnson? I'm not familiar with
Tex Johnson is a competitor. I don't know what team he's with now. He used to be with Alliance, and then he was with Unity. He has beaten Gordon Ryan. He has beaten Felipe Pena. Yeah.
Wow. Gordon Ryan's been beaten before? I didn't even know that.
That's great.
So he beat Gordon Ryan in the gi when Gordon was a brown belt, I believe.
That was a long time ago. Okay.
And it was in the gi. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, like, put one over. Gordon's beaten Tex every time since. But it's still impressive that he was able to collect a win over him. Tex also holds a heel hook victory over your buddy, John, your buddy, Davi Hamos.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, Tex heel hooked him.
Wow.
Tex is a world-class black belt. He beat Tom DeBlas a fight to win, and Tom is still upset about that match because he feels like Tex played the stay away game. Wasn't crazy about that, so I'm gonna hopefully get together with DeBlas a little bit to train for it.
Yeah, that'd be a good move.
Yeah, no, I just feel like just because I don't know if you guys have ever seen me banter with DeBlas, but we have pretty good internet banter chemistry. Like, we fuck with each other pretty good. Yeah, and it's even better in person. So, like, I actually like the guy. A lot.
Yeah, I like Tom DeBlas.
Is this Tex guy though? He's a heel hook guy, or?
So Tex is a straight ankle lock guy, really, but he does some inside heel hooks. He's good, man. He's very fucking good. Like,
How's that gonna work? I mean, you're gonna just go for heel hooks and find out who's better.
I mean, I'm gonna try to play a more strategic, tactical game because the reality is that I'm not gonna be able to just beat him up, outright. He's terrifying, man. He's a fucking amazing grappler. Yeah, his victories. He's beaten Victor Schlosser, Ricardo Bastos, Gordon Ryan, points at Grappling Industries. He's beaten Lincoln Pejea. He's beaten Leo Davila. He's beaten Elliot Marshall by toehold. He beat let me see. I'm just looking at the guy's record.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Do they keep track of jiu-jitsu records?
Yeah, he beat Matt Leighton. He beat.
Where do I go to find people's jiu-jitsu records?
I mean, like, he's on BJJ Heroes. A lot of guys that are on BJJ Heroes that are active competitors have their records published. He beat.
So if I go to BJJ Heroes, I can find people's records.
Some people's, yeah. He beat Jackson Souza, Tom DeBlas, and Satoshi Ishii. He triangled Satoshi Ishii.
Oh.
He beat Dave Garmo. He beat Cyborg, Ricardo Abreu.
Oh, wow.
He beat.
Well, it'll be a good win for you.
Felipe Pena. He beat. I don't know, man. I'm not too confident, but we'll see.
Well, look at the bright side. At least I'll be happy.
What do you be happy about, Gunther?
I don't know. It's about time someone crushed you. It's been kind of depressing for me lately.
So we got an interesting question from Dan Silvert in the comments here. He says, "Okay, Emil, serious question. How do you guys reconcile dudes like DeBlas and Gordon Ryan that are, from what I know, pretty cool in real life but have asshat internet personas?"
I just leave it at that. I know that they're cool in real life. Well, honestly, I mean, like, with that question, like, are they cool in real life? I don't know. Are they exactly what they say when they say what they, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know what they are.
So here's my.
I agree when I agree with shit, and I disagree when I disagree with shit. They're human.
I've spent a little bit of time around both these guys as well as some others, and the reality is, I think that both DeBlas and Gordon do their best to be decent people. I really do think that. I also think that maybe their views that they express online may sometimes be controversial, and they may sometimes play on those controversial views in order to get more engagement. That's a possibility as well. But I think
which I find irresponsible.
Maybe. But I do think that they're both like fundamentally not bad people, at least from everything I've seen.
Most people aren't.
Yeah, that's not true. A lot of people suck.
No, most people aren't that bad of humans.
No, I'm saying most people are that bad. People suck, man. People suck.
80-20. I think 80%. I think 80% of the human population are good. 20% are absolute shit.
I think 60% are absolute shit. 40% are decent.
Really?
Yeah. I look at this conversation, man.
Where do you fall in that breakup?
Yeah, I was gonna say you and I are fucking garbage, Gunther.
At least you're honest about it.
No, what I see in Gordon Ryan in a lot of his posts, I see a child speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I just mean somebody who has not walked many moons in other people's moccasins. And he's just got all he knows about his life is that he was very fortunate to be in a position to find a thing that he shined at. He's a diamond in the rough. He's not the norm. He is an anomaly. But he's looking at life in his point of view through his lenses, and he doesn't realize that how much of a luck he is. And when I say luck, I mean the definition of preparation meets opportunity. He's worked hard. He's worked very hard in this field.
Yeah, he's been given
jiu-jitsu,
nothing.
Look, you're a millionaire in jiu-jitsu. You're well sought after in jiu-jitsu, but this is a niche market that means nothing in the long run and in the grand scheme of this world. Your words mean nothing to the human population, Gordon Ryan. That, and Tom DeBlas too. Like Tom DeBlas, the only issue I have with him is him using sensationalism for his marketing. I think that's irresponsible. No, it's irresponsible. It's fucking irresponsible. Bottom line. I don't
necessarily think that.
But I don't judge it. He can do that. This is a free country and it's a free market. You can use any kind of marketing you want. But I don't capitalize on things to do that. And I'm not saying I'm better than him or anything like that. I'm not even judging him over it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just something I disagree with, and I could be completely wrong. That's all I have to say. Now, as far as like martial artists, both of them outstanding fucking BJJ competitors, all that kind of shit. Each one, they're both a niche market. They're both they have something to sell to you. So, it's whatever you want. It's what your brand and what you like, I guess. I don't know.
I think
it's complicated.
I think that both DeBlas and Gordon, I get the impression that they do their best. And that's all you can really do in this life.
Right. It's what they know.
That's the impression I get. And I feel like as long as you're doing your best, I can fucks with you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're bad people, and they're not. They're both two people that when I see them, I shake their hand, and I have nothing bad to say about them behind their back, and I have nothing bad to say to them in front of their face.
Yeah.
I gave my opinion on how I look. I think it was a fair opinion. I don't think it's judgmental. Sure. I mean, that's just my take on it. I mean, it's two people experiencing life in a different way, and they're figuring out their own salvation.
I do just want to see Gordon Ryan break John Gunther in half. That'd be wonderful to watch.
They're terrible people. I hate them both. I don't even know them, but I hate them already.
Good.
Just burn them alive.
Good.
The wicked shall punish the wicked, eh?
No, I would like to see him break my leg in half too. That'd be fun.
Amazing. Just amazing.
I guess I have to follow. I guess I should be following Gordon Ryan.
You don't need to follow. You don't need to follow. I don't even think I follow Gordon Ryan or
Must
Tom.
have interesting stuff if he's arguments.
We got another question from Dan Silver here. He's asking, is Gordon bland the gi or just not world class like no gi? So I've heard that Gordon is phenomenal no matter what he's fucking wearing. That being said, I think that and it's interesting because every single person on this podcast right now is probably scarier. Well, you two are scarier in the gi to me than no gi, both of you. But you're both known as no.
Gi?
What's that?
Really? The gi? Really?
Dude, I don't think I've ever tapped you in the gi.
But like I don't do.
I don't think I've ever submitted you. Period. In the gi.
The gi is probably because it slows things down, huh? But you'd think it would make it rougher for me because you get more grip, right?
Yeah, but I can't use those grips. I need to use.
John, it's because we know how to grapple without a gi. If you know how to grapple without a gi, you're superior in the gi when you put it on. Because if you just follow the rules of no gi and shutting it down, it's all the same.
And you have extra grips, and you have extra friction. But yeah, like the point that I'm making is that you're both known as no gi practitioners. Like John is a UFC fighter, which
he's the MMA, yeah,
exactly. And he, probably your best wins have been no gi. And then, Sean, you're a catch wrestler, you a former UFC fighter, pancakes fighter, all the above. And quite frankly, like I said, I think that you're way scarier to me in the gi.
Well, John, Gunther, and I both come from John Saylor.
Yeah.
That's the secret sauce.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And like for me, I don't really consider myself a gi grappler, but when I prepare for a gi match, I usually win.
Is this going to be a gi match or a no gi match?
Oh, it's a no gi match. But the point that I'm making is about Gordon Ryan. There's a very good chance that Gordon Ryan would fucking
with a gi. Yeah, he's probably even fucking more heinous with a gi on than without a gi.
The only difference being that, like, if you get somebody like Keenan Cornelius with his worm guard game, that might be problematic for Gordon. If I had to guess,
because you're over specializing in that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
exactly. When you have that over specialization, then it becomes a problem. I do believe that Gordon Ryan is probably horrific in the gi.
Gordon Ryan is like communism in America, like Soviet Union in the 80s, like in the 70s, when they would take children and find their specific strengths and like put them in a program that would go best with those strengths. Like here in America, like Gordon was in this situation where all of his strengths were highlighted and perfected, and like he is a specimen. He's something out. He is like on another genetic level of something, like he was just specialized in this thing. This is his thing. Now, could Gordon Ryan do anything out of this? I don't know, but he's fucking phenomenal at all things grappling. Like seriously, you could put a Kurtka on that motherfucker and send him off to Russia, and he would come back a champion of Sambo. You see what I mean? Like, I have no malice towards this dude. I'm thoroughly thrilled for all of his accomplishments.
Yeah, no, like it's funny because the fact that he still has haters, without a question, is amazing to me.
Well, I think the haters are more about just the shit that he says about life.
Whatever.
You know what I mean?
He's not. Listen.
That's where he look. He loses me when he opens his mouth about philosophy, right? Okay, but he has my full attention.
And a car for his fucking, for his
great.
Dad.
He did the American dream in marketing. Who gives a shit? That's what anybody would do. Cool.
Yeah. What is able to though?
Anybody's shtick. No, that's right. But it was because he's in a country where you can be good at this one thing and suck at everything else and make a career for yourself. A careerism versus life is two different things. Don't care. Don't give a fuck how you made your million. However, the guy is good at jiu-jitsu. He's really fucking good. Super good. If you got a gi on him or no gi on him, the fucker's gonna wreck you. Bottom line. I couldn't tap him. I know I'm gonna be tapping about 1,500 times if I ever rolled with the fucker. He's good.
Yeah. For sure.
But life, I'll teach him a few things, you know. That's give and take.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But that goes into something else. You ever notice, like, you know, people's heroes are these champions and shit like that. But if they ever actually knew these fuckers in their personal lives and just how crazy and fucked up life is.
You guys hear about what's his name? Fucking crazy old Jeff Glover.
What? Oh, white supremacist shit or something?
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
What'd he say or do now?
He said there should be a White History Month.
A what?
White History Month.
Isn't that like every day?
Yeah. Yeah. He disappoints me, man.
Dude, he looks like white trash, though. If you look at him, he looks like, oh God. I mean, I could be. I use white trash a lot. I'm sorry, guys, if I offend anybody, but white trash is as white trash does, I guess. White History Month. Interesting.
Yeah,
especially since history's been whitewashed. Funny.
Yeah, man.
Where did that even come from and why?
Supposedly somebody made some racist comments to him about him being white, and he got upset, and that was what resulted.
Oh. So he might not even be like racist or anything.
I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is. I just think he's a fucking idiot, honestly. But who knows?
So
fuck knows?
Is BJJ more liberal or conservative?
Whatever it is, you're wrong.
Good answer.
Like, whatever it fucking is, man. BJJ is a Louisiana clusterfuck.
It seems to be. It's not as, you know what, though? It's not as righteous as it was portrayed to be a few years ago, right?
Yeah. No, it never was.
It's not so ego at the door. It's not so, you know, equal in all things, and we are open arms about all things. It's funny how you got a guy who gets accused of sexual misconduct and just shuts down all female. His solution is to shut. That is the ultimate in patriarchy that I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Honestly, I'm so happy he did that. You know why?
Oh no, so am I, because it exposes him for the piece of shit that little cunt is.
Yep. Everybody was like defending him to me. Everybody was defending him and saying, "Oh, you don't know. She was willing. She was."
I saw some of that shit, and all these motherfuckers coming out of the woodwork. These are your fucking like incel types. You little fucking cunts.
And here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. She never once claimed that she was raped.
Mm-mm.
I don't think she was. I think that, unfortunately, because she didn't say no, the absence of a no was perceived as a yes, and in the eyes of the law will be seen as a yes.
All right, I'll tell you something. The martial arts instructor in my childhood who ended up molesting me started off with massages, sports massages.
You were a child. Shit. She was, I think, 25 years old when this happened.
It doesn't matter. It's still hierarchy. It's a hierarchy issue. It's a, you know, rank and order, and not knowing, like, the reason why people would ask, well, why the fuck didn't you tell your mom and tell everybody go away? Well, it was a very confusing situation. You know, I'm 14, 15 years old, and I found the thing that I love in my life of martial arts, and, you know, you just don't know, you know, a 14-year-old boy could be the mentality of a 25-year-old woman as far as our society is concerned, as far as like what's appropriate and shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's a complicated thing of psychology when you get into the teacher-student relationship. when it and there's such a spread of age or whatever. You know, I didn't even know what this fucking guy looked like. I heard of De La Hiva guard and all this kind of shit. I never see all this. And I did a private lesson today, and I was at a club where his picture was on the wall. I was like, oh, I know who that fucker is. You know, that's a picture that probably should be taken down. Fuck that guy. I don't care if he's in your lineage. Take it down.
Was this at Chitwood's?
No, I wasn't at Chitwood's. I don't think is he in that lineage or something?
No, but Chitwood had De La Hiva up for a seminar.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure Chitwood wouldn't have him after this. I would hope. But yeah, no, it's like holy shit. When I saw I'm just going to like no, there's no longer female students. I'm like, wow.
Oh, it's good, man. It's fucking good.
And anybody backing that motherfucker at this point on, boycott the shit out of them. Fuck these assholes.
Yeah.
Fuck them. When it comes to any kind of sexual abuse, when it comes to martial arts, or I mean, with anything at all. I mean, I'm a victim in my childhood twice, and you know. When it comes to hierarchy and martial arts instructors and shit like that, like dude, it trips me out. After, it's all kind of a joke, but that movie, The Art of Self-Defense, is a true, like, you can actually watch that movie and find indicators of a cult. Like, it's a good archetype.
Yeah,
you can. It's not. I mean, that's perfect dead on for karate, right? But it's also jujitsu, man.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see when I had the director?
No, yeah, dude. I watched the whole episode of that. It was like I mean, this guy's brilliant. This guy tapped into the psychology of cult-like martial arts, like no other. Like I've been talking about it for the past few days. It's weird. It's been on my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so real. I've been into some clubs where like the instructors are just like that, Jesse Eisenberg's instructor. And I know people who are just like the character Jesse Eisenberg. We know people like that.
We know a lot of people like that.
We know a ton. There's no, but there's plenty of the types at Strong Style and other schools we've been to. But it's crazy. It's crazy. The whole psychology of it all is interesting.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Why do humans need to have control over others? I don't get it.
Simply put, because they get off on that shit.
God, I just can't. I should be glad I can't fathom it, because if I can fathom it, maybe I'm going deep into that. Maybe I could become that if I understand it. But I guess I don't want to understand it.
I'd rather you not, please.
Yeah, right.
Can you not? Because I feel like you and Gunther, would just be terrible together if that was the thing you were willing to do. Because Gunther's already a gigantic piece of shit, and then if he became one.
So, John, just so you know, I have so much conflict on these nights. I feel like I'm a mediator, and because I'm so on your side.
Poor John.
It would be sad if, I mean, right now, in Emily's estimation, me and him are both in the 60%. So if you went over too, the world would be, or this podcast would be pretty rough.
It's already pretty rough, John. It's already pretty rough. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on this evening. It was a blast chatting with you for the better part of 2 hours.
Thanks for having us.
Either you have anything you want to talk about before we let you go?
No.
Thanks for shutting off. Thanks for leaving. Thanks for shutting your mic off. We appreciate you shutting off.
Gunther, I cannot wait for you to try to fucking put a hammock between two helicopters and have that be your end.
I can't either. This is going to be incredible.
No, John, I got it. I got a hammock between two of my trees in my backyard. You're welcome to come here and sleep all you want.
I will.
Did you hear about the?
I almost slept through this. I was like, I was like doing something, and I like dozed off, and then you called me.
Yeah, I was ready to doze off, and I was looking at my clock, and I was like, "Shit, we got this fucking podcast tonight." So
it was a lot of fun, guys. Fuck you both, and have a terrible night.
All right, I care about you both. Have a great night.
See you tomorrow.
Later, baiters.
I'll
see you tomorrow morning.
Let's bring that number up. We don't want to be 60-40. Let's make it. Let's work to improve that number. Next week
let's do 62-38.
Next week we're
62-38.
Let's make
it's going to be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. For anyone interested, Sean and I will be training at SAS Team Cleveland tomorrow morning.
Starting at 11 a.m. $10 drop-in fee.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Sauce.
Have a good night, guys. Yeah.
Come and join us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it called sauce? Are they all in the juice?
No. It's SAS. So it's interesting. That's a family name. There's a family.
Sure. That's what he told you. I don't know.
There's a family, the Sa family, S-A family. And like there's Gibson Sa, there's Sajinho Sa, like it's like a whole family of Brazilians that are very good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And like in Ohio, Sa's team has a lot of really strong roots because you got George Gurgel down in Cincinnati, and he's a black belt under them.
Jorge.
So, George. And so like there's a lot of Sa's team in Ohio.
Yeah, maybe they're strong because they're on the sauce.
You already made that joke.
Scalabush, can you see them? Hey, John Gunther, he's just a face. He's like he's either Jambi from Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse, or he's one of the faces from
he's Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Except instead of
the mustache. Yeah, he's got the mustache.
Yeah, instead of having a thing for men, he's got a thing for alpacas.
Yes.
All right, guys.
It's the Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just John Gunther, though.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.